highest heart love. Welcome, welcome to the YouTube live book reading of Animals Speak by Ted Andrews. Learn the language of the animals, the spiritual and magical powers of creatures great and small. Master Ted Andrews, and I'm your moderator and narrator, Uriel Riley. Welcome. Pick back up. I could feel you. I could feel you. That's why I was like, it's peacetime. Needed. You can revel in this. We have a great meditation coming. So, last conclusion was of beautiful dogs. We're in the dictionary of animal totems here. Live from the light, we pick up at page 266. The top of page 266. Dolphin or porpoises. Who has a dolphin totem? Right? This is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Keynote: the power of breath and sound. Cycle of power. Year round. Divine Rising. The dolphin is a mammal of the sea. Many people think of dolphins and whales as being fish, but they aren't. They nurse and contain most of the qualities that separate mammals from other animal species. The largest member of the dolphin family is the killer whale, which also embodies the quality of patience. The fact that dolphins make their home in the sea is very significant. Many myths speak of how life began in the primordial waters of life. Water is the symbol of creation, passion, and even sexuality. It is the element of all life. It is the symbol of new dimensions and forces. Dolphins can open new creation and dimensions to a great degree. Water is essential to life, but so is breath. Many techniques for breathing exist that teach how proper use of the breath can be used to induce altered states and align one side with new dimensions of life. Learning techniques of breathing can help you to become more passionate and sexual and to heal the body, mind, and spirit. For example, tension and stress can be released by simply imitating the spouting breath that dolphin uses upon surface. People with lung and breathing problems can benefit greatly by aligning themselves with dolphin medicine. Dolphin has a rhythm to its breathing and to its swimming. Learning to breathe like a dolphin can be beneficial. Breath control is the key to the power of the dolphin. Yes. When you can align yourself with dolphin through breathing. You can have dolphin take you to all the places and times that existed before the great seas covered most of the world. Dolphin can lead you to underground caverns and to primordial beings of yourself. Dolphin also has a sonar ability. It uses a series of clicks and responds to the feedback to those clicks as sounds reverberates. Sound, breathing, and water are all considered the sources of all life. Sound is a creative life force. Sound came from out of the womb silence and created all things. Learning to create inner sounds so that you can create outer manifestations is part of what the dolphin teach. Sound requires breath, and water is the unformed creative element that we can shape into any manifestations. Yes, if we know how to combine breath and sound. The sacredness of sound and breath has been taught in many societies. In the Babylonian cosmology, the gods formed the goddess Tiamat. In the waters of life, did not come into being until she called them forth. Dolphin can show you how to enter into the waters of life and then with breath and sound call forth from the waters what you most need and desire. There are breathing techniques and sounding techniques essential to manifestation. If we don't use them properly, we find that our prayers are unanswered and our affirmations manifest in an obtuse manner. Dolphin can show us how to do it properly. You may also wish to refer to my earlier work, Sacred Sounds, for further information on this. Thank you. Thank you for Sacred Sounds. Shining on us. Ted Andrews is shining light on us every step of this way. Animal speak. Woo! The dolphin was a symbol of salvation to the early Christians. To the Greeks, it was a sacred messenger of the gods, a dynamic, blessed symbol of the sea. Because of this, it was rarely killed. The dolphin often displays an altruistic behavior. It has a large brain and a great intelligence. Even today, rather than be weary of humans who would kill him, they enjoy the company and their curiosity draws them close. If Dolphin has shown up as a totem, ask yourself some important questions. What are your words and thoughts creating for you? If unsure, when dolphins arises, you will soon discover. Are you getting outside and enjoying fresh air? Are you holding in tensions? Are others? When dolphin shows up, it is time to breathe some new life into yourself. Get out, play, explore, and most of all, breathe. Yes, dolphin medicine. I feel the pain, feel your pain out there. You know, we heal ourselves. That's why it's important to speak kind to ourselves. We heal ourselves. And breathing to the muscles of every part of the body is what I've specialized in for the last 20 years. I breathe life into myself. But the Most High gave me life. My mother and father, I honor them for bringing me into this world. It's just the relationship. It's just put something in me, learning from these people and masters before me, like Ted Andrews and Jethro Smith and Goddess Tahita. Like, I am the one. And you can say the same thing. It's because your relationship, you know you're not them, you're the one. And so, this dolphin, a mammal of the water, says we're from another world, right? We're way out there, you know, but in the water, sound travels faster. And so it's like I hear like that now. 267 in the middle. Thank you so much, Coco Eloshun. Divine Risings. Ashe, every day begins with breath. That's right. You know it. Thank you for this dolphin medicine. Highest heart love. Man, it's beautiful. All right, here we go. Elephant. I could feel the energy. You know, I was like, we need that peace. Come on, bro. Live from the light. Elephant. This is such a big reading. Oh my goodness. Absolutely beautiful. 267 in the middle for all those in the playlist and reading along with us. Ted Andrews, Animal Speak. Great Ted Andrews. Let's go. Keynote. Ancient power, strength, and royalty. Yes. Cycle of power, year round. Elephant. The elephant is the largest living land mammal. Although not native to this continent, I have included it because I have encountered a number of people to whom it has become a significant totem, native to Africa and Asia. It has an ancient ancestry in the mammoths. There are two types still in existence: the Indian and the African. The African is larger, and the shape of the ears differ. The elephant has a tremendous amount of myth and lore surrounding it. Of all elephants, the white elephant is considered the most sacred. This is similar to the sacredness often reflected in Native American traditions associated with the white buffalo. It is said that mothers of great teachers and masters will dream of white elephants. One story of Buddha's mother tells how she dreamt of a white elephant had entered her womb. It's beautiful. In India and in Southeast Asia, elephants were venerated, and the symbolism of the elephant is multiple. It is a symbol of royalty and fertility. The Hindu god of wisdom and success, Ganesh, is usually depicted with an elephant's head, and the god Indra held several roles in which an elephant played a part. As the king of gods, the elephant was the royal mount. As the god of warriors, the elephant was Indra's super weapon. As the god of rain, Indra used the gray elephant to bring forth the monsoons. Yes. The elephant is both strange and terrifying to those unfamiliar with it. Much of what the average person believes about elephants is fallacy. Mice do not scare them. They respond to sound, not to movement of a mouse. Although they do have good memories, the idea that an elephant never forgets is misunderstood. It actually refers to never forgetting someone who has caused injury. Yes. They have been known to seek revenge if the opportunity presents itself. There also are no elephant graveyards, special places where elephants go to die. These tales are very mystical and symbolic. Elephants do show interest in the dead and the dying, even going so far as to display sorrow. The elephant has a most auspicious symbolism. They embody strength and power, especially power of the libido. Male elephants are more likely to rage out of control when in rut. Because of this, the elephant is seen as a symbol of great sexual power. Because of their size, color, shape, elephants and clouds have been linked together. They are seen as symbols of clouds, and many believe that elephants created the clouds. Those with an elephant totem should study the symbolism and significance of clouds. In general, they are symbols of the mist that separates the formed worlds from the unformed. They have been associated with Neptune, prophecy, fertility, and even family. Because they are always in a state of metamorphosis, they can reflect the same for those with the elephant totem. On several occasions in the past, I have participated during the summer in psychic events that were held outdoors. On these occasions, for a change of pace, I did cloud readings. Commercial. No, not commercial. Just time for me to take a pause, I guess. Elementary. Thank you guys for being here on this marvelous day. We will be going into meditation in 20 minutes. So, we are reading from Ted Andrews' Animal Speak, and we're in elephant medicine right now. Thank you for the likes and subs. Thank you for reading books with us. Highest heart love. Man, we're pushing towards 500. Thank you so much for being here. Special for bringing peace by reading in this corner of YouTube, live from the light, you know? Right, Coco? That's what we do. We're light workers. That's what we do. Yes, live from LA. This is Los Angeles, California. Right now, anyway. I read books, as you'll see in the playlist, from all around the world where I travel, healing the people. That's what we do. So this creates visions. On these occasions, for a change of pace, I did cloud readings, using the cloud formations to stimulate the psychic energies. I would hold the individual's hands and look up into the sky, and then talk about what I saw in the cloud formations and how it reflected in the individual's life. It is fun and can be a nice change of pace. On every occasion I have done this, one of the first things I would see is a cloud formation shaped like an elephant. It would be years before I understood the connection. One of the most outstanding features of the elephant is its trunk, because the elephant has relatively poor eyesight. It relies heavily upon its sense of smell. It breathes, smells in through its trunk, and discerns from the smells. The sense of smell is a long-time symbol of higher forms of discrimination. Those with an elephant totem should pay attention to what smells good and what smells bad. Are you not discriminating as you should? Are others? Does something smell funny? Are you not responding enough to those things that don't smell right? For those with an elephant totem, working with incense and fragrant oils can be a powerful and effective tool. Aromatherapy should be studied and used. Oils and fragrances will enable you to shift your consciousness most effectively. The sense of smell is also strongly connected to sexual drive. It is one of the most powerful stimulants. Smells may become an aphrodisiac for those with this totem. It can be a powerful means of seducing or being seduced. This further enhances the symbol of the elephant as a sexual symbol. The trunk is versatile and it is used for drinking, showering, and defense. Elephants even greet by touching trunks. The trunk has two finger-like extensions. This specialized nose and upper lip combination makes it work almost like a hand. Yes. With it, they can feed upon twigs, leaves, and grasses that they would not otherwise have been able to reach. Again, it reflects that through the increased sensitivity of smell that the elephant stimulates, you can open to energies and worlds otherwise inaccessible. The tusks are another important part of the elephant. Unfortunately, poachers kill an outrageous number of African elephants simply to cut off their tusk of ivory. For anyone with an elephant totem, the significance of ivory from a spiritual and metaphysical aspect should be examined. The tusks are used as weapons and as tools for digging edible roots. This gives the elephant links to things beneath and above the earth, a knowledge of plants and roots. The elephant society is divided by age and gender. Cows and calves live all female herds. live in all female herds. This is key. Led by a wise old cow. Yes. This reflects the ancient tradition of three forms of feminine energies in life: the child, the mother, and the old wise woman. These three have been found in most societies in which mystery teachings of life and the universe exist. Bulls occasionally join the female herds. This is usually just for mating. The rest of the time, they usually live in bachelor herds, which are run by an older, tougher bull. Again, this has been duplicated in many societies around the world. Both men and women had their societies and their sacred teachings about elephants. Elephants show great affection and loyalty to each other. Older calves will help younger siblings. Grown elephants will help sick or wounded comrades. In the elephant are the ideals of true societies. Those who have the elephant as a totem will usually find themselves in position where the opportunity to establish powerful family and societal ideas will occur. Mutual care of the young, respect for the elderly and the sick, being strong on and in your own self. These are foundations of a great person or a great society. If the elephant has come to you, you will have the opportunity to work toward establishing this within your own life or the lives of others. If elephant has come to you, prepare to draw upon the most ancient of wisdom and power. You will have an opportunity to either help yourself or help others reclaim your most primordial royalty. Yes. Completion of 269. We have time for one more before we go into meditation. And that you are all worth it. Being here and providing this service, you are all worth it. Let's do it, guys. We have time for the great meditation. Wednesday, happy Wednesday, grocery giveaway here in South LA Cafe. Doing it without the usual light on it because of circumstances, right? Protecting the young, the elephant, protecting those who aren't as privileged. See, this is why we are here. I'm not this giant, massive, strong being so that I can dominate, so I can protect, so that I can help. It's not to order people around. It's not to use my willpower and make people do things because I could. No. It's to protect the people, to help the people, to give to the people, to be in service. And always protect the women. and children. Always. Elk. Top of page 270. Wapiti. The Wapiti. Elk. Elk medicine. Oh man. This is so beautiful. So powerful. Highest heart love. Here we go. Keynote. Strength and nobility. Cycle of power. Autumn. The elk is one of the most regal animals of North America. It is powerful and strong. At one time, it was found all across North America, but by the late 1800s, it was wiped out in the eastern United States. Today, it is protected, and western mountains provide range and refuge for it. The Shawnee Indians named this animal Wapiti, which is probably a more appropriate name. White settlers gave it the name of elk, calling it after the European relative which actually more resembled the moose. The elk is an animal of great strength and power and stamina. It can run at a fast trotting pace for extended periods of time. One of its primary defenses is its outrun its predators. Elk can sustain a strong pace for great lengths of time. If an elk has come into your life, it can mean that you are about to hit your stride. Elk may also have shown up to teach you how to pace yourself more effectively. Yes. Have you been overdoing? Have others that you are have others around you? Have you given up or thought about giving up too soon? Are you not pursuing things enough? Are you trying for the quick and easy when the long and steady will be most effective for your thoughts and body right now? An elk takes 4 to 5 years to reach maturity. If you have started new projects or tasks recently, you may need to give them 4 or 5 years to see them reach the peak of successes. An elk is in its power during time of fall. This is its rutting season. Except during the season of rut, elks stay with their own gender, males with males, females with females. Sometimes elk will show up as a totem to remind us that we need to have the company of the opposite sex occasionally for balance. Have you been neglecting your need to relate to others of the opposite sex? Are you keeping company of just one gender to the neglect of the other? Have you been spending too much time with the opposite sex and not enough with your own? The neck of the male swells during the rutting season, and its bugle call sounds throughout the area. It is a way of declaring territory and affirming the relationship with the cows of the species. The NECA is a bridge area, a point of crossing over. We all need the company of the opposite gender. Yes. I hold that dear to me. We all need the company of the opposite gender. It does not have to be a sexual relationship, but simply spending time with them helps in balancing and bridging our own energies to a higher level. Few elks are ever loners or solitary. Ding! They congregate and live in herds, staying mostly with their own gender. If elk has shown up, it may reflect a need for companionship or group support in some fashion. Herds of elk usually have watchouts. Thank you, gratitude. This is so good, right? Highest heart love. Oh my goodness. So beautiful. Thank you, Coco. These elk will sound alarms through long whistles, bungling and bugling, and through raising and revealing a large rump patch. There is always a group interaction occurring. Sometimes elk will show up to teach us how to live cooperatively in herds or groups. Are you trying to do everything by yourself? Or others? Do you feel as if you have the strength and energy to handle all the tasks alone? Elk even make use of babysitters. One or two will take charge of the young, while others wander for food. If threatened, they will defend the young with their sharp hoofs. It is the young that are most vulnerable, and elk and moose are both extremely protective. Parents with elk totems can be very protective and fierce in defense of any possible threat, imagined or real. The most common predators are the mountain lion and grizzly, although coyotes will often group hunt. As long as it is a healthy adult, the elk can usually outrun its predators. This is not so with the young and the sick, but this is how the herds stay strong. A study of the elk's predators will provide further insight into the kind of energies likely to be manifesting within your life. Elk eat mostly grasses and vegetation. They do not migrate much. Their fur is thick and heavy, and they can withstand the severe cold. If the weather is extremely bad with very heavy snows, they may spend the winter in the foothills where vegetation is more accessible. Anyone working with the elk medicine would do well to hold to this predominantly vegetarian diet. The energy levels will be stronger, the stress levels will be lessened, and the stamina will increase. If you find yourself becoming sluggish, call upon elk medicine. Adjust your diet, and in just 2 to 3 days, you will notice a considerable difference in your overall energy levels. Middle of page 271. Bing! We'll drop the pin there and pause. Highest heart, love, and honor. Yeah, animals speak. Learning the language of the animals, the spiritual and magical powers of creatures great and small, by the great Master Ted Andrews, giving thanks to all our predecessors and The book readers community, highest heart love, all the love water drinkers. That's what I name my water that I make. Lemon and flower petals, rose petals. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Gratitude. Thank you so much for the elk medicine. Highest heart love. Happy Wednesday. Remember, we need to be in community, right? I'll give you a great reason. Speaking of the elk medicine, no one can say you're someone else. They know who you are. They interact with you. They see you. They know your character, right? Always protect the women and children. That's divine balance. We protect ourselves. We protect the women. We protect the children, the little girls, the little boys. We protect one another. We love one another. We honor one another. No violence. Don't put your hands on no one. There's no reason to. Most of all, it's bigger than you. This is a valuable lesson in being part of community and doing anything synchronized with cohesion and coordination. Is knowing it's not about you, but it's about you. Coordination. You breathe that into balance. You go take your walk today. Breathe that into balance. Remember what we were speaking about with the dolphin, right? Remember as well the elk, the ability to out-sustain its defendant. It's oncoming. So we learned this in track. When we be running, since I ran the 400 hurdles, I would have to, which is mid-distance, I would have to run with the long distance. And we would just go out and run. And we'd just be running all through the farms and in South Jersey, New Jersey. And just running. You see a deer. He just looks at you. You just keep pacing. And you remember it. Once you get into a certain point, you just zone out. You just breathing through your nose. And you're just going. And you're just in pace and stride. And then you start to learn about your lift. And you lift your knees and extend from there, which lengthens the stride, right? This is all important, I'm saying, because it's about what's I've been speaking to you about the last couple of readings. Sustainability. How long can you do that? I learned this with, when we do this with working out all the time. When I'm teaching people, I tell them it's about time. That's how you break records, right? One time. It's terminology. The body only knows time. It doesn't know reps. See, if you're walking up and down a flight of stairs, it doesn't know how many stairs there are. It knows that it's been doing this and I need to sustain this motion for this amount of time. So how I train and get the best out of people and athletes is by saying, all right, we're going to do these track stance phrases for 30 seconds, for 20 seconds. Then you can always increase the time, you see? And when you improve that, that improves the VO2 max. Anyways, hi, it's Heart Love. Learning from the masters. I told you, this is a part of YouTube where we come to read books and learn from masters. I'm always going to give you my best. I'm always going to protect you. I'm always going to love. Because my daughter sees this, right? The women in my life, I love you. I love you, all of them. Hi, it's Heart Love. Yes, that's right. That's right, Coco. Hi, it's Heart Love. I'll see you soon. Thank you so much. It's time to go meditate with Lorianne Speed. Peace. I'll see you soon, guys. I love you.